Satnam. Welcome to our challenge. Making waves. I'll just give you a couple of seconds to settling myself. So here we are, day 47 out of 90, and yesterday's session I did have a thought of, so far away from 90, but oh my God, look how far we've come. All right, so it's such a huge commitment, huge accomplishment. So we're going to tune in. There's a lot to share, but I don't want to overwhelm. And I still myself would like to sit on some of this because this is new for me too. I will share highlights, maybe just a few things that are coming up around self-care for me, among other things. Yeah. I definitely am very grateful for those of you who provided some feedback on what self-care means to you. It just puts things in perspective, and also we learn from each other, so it's very good to share and to see the patterns, like, oh wow, never thought about it that way. So that's always pretty cool to do. So let us tune in for day 47, which 47 is 11, and 11, as we already know, is a doorway. It's new beginnings. So let us center ourselves, sit comfortably with a lengthened spine, hands at the heart center. Let's take a deep inhale together and full exhale. One more time, deeply inhale, adjusting, settling in to the space. And let's inhale deeply to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgure Name, Jagadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jagadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jagadgure Name, Sadgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Deeply inhale. And exhale, release. Satnam. Okay. So we'll do our fists of anger. I have to be extra careful today because I decided to go with I call it samurai hair. I told my kids, I said, look at my samurai hair. And they're like, Mom, that does not make you a samurai. Well, that's too bad. It does for me. So I got to be extra careful so I don't get my arm caught on that thing. But yes, feeling extra samurai and feeling extra expressive and blue today. So that's interesting. Steve Jobs wore the same clothes because he didn't want to spend energy into decision making, because it's energy to decide, what am I going to wear today? What am I going to wear today? Yeah, there's women that go through, several outfits before they decide. I used to be one of them, not, too bad, but yeah, something just didn't feel right and didn't look right or whatever. And I thought I was dressing up okay at some point. And then it was slumpy. And now it's just like finding, what do I feel like? How do I, and for me, it came in a way of self-care. Like, how do you adorn yourself, or how do you, let your body decide how it wants to be decorated, rather than my mind usually overtakes and is seeking comfort, simplicity, and versatility. So I need to be able to wear something where I could squat in, push-ups, and still look feminine and still run a household. Okay, where's that outfit? Sweatpants. So anyway, so self-care comes in a lot of different ways. To me, in this morning, right before this, I was going through a ritual thing again. I'm keeping up with the cold showers. Remember I said boosting our immune system in time to the flu season that we're coming into. So cold shower is good for you. And I have this little roller. I kind of roll my hair with it, like little spikes. It's actually like a pizza tool, but I thought it would be like really cool, like pressure points. And I decided to roll my IT band and my quads. And it's just really spikes. It's like a roller with little spikes. And I was like, wow, this is really good. It feels really good. Like a little bit of pain, but it's a good kind of pain, like a release of tension. And I'm like, wow, this is great. Okay, that's enough. Put it back, continuing on. And then I got to the part where I was putting oil on my skin. So this is all part of my self-care thing. And I went to put oil on my legs and they were sensitive. Like I just got bruises all over. And I'm like, what's that from? Like, why is it so sensitive? Well, it comes out, I was rolling that little pinhole too deep. So my mind quickly jumped into saying, self-care, self-torture. Care, tear. Where's the balance? At the moment I felt I was doing a really good job, but then it was kind of painful. So that's one thing that came up. And the other thing came up is how I dress. I don't like ironing clothes. And today when I put the shirt on, it just wasn't right. So I had to take the iron out. And as I was ironing, I was thinking to myself, oh God, I don't ever do that. That's what we have dryers for, right? Take the wrinkles out and put it on and go. But isn't that amazing to put that level of care into something that you're going to put on? So that came through. It doesn't mean I love it, but it was just like one of those signs. And then there's a whole balance of going on between the masculine and the feminine. And that's where I'm seeing the differences in operating procedures and the programming. So anyway, still curious to know what's unveiling for you. We were talking about defining self-care. What are the things you do right now, and what are the things you would add? And I'm still kind of defining the self-care. It's coming at me from different angles. I was also shown an example of leaving an abusive relationship. That's self-care, among many other things like self-preservation and protection. But you know, sometimes we have like friendships that are extremely draining, and to continue to subject yourself to it, that's not self-care, you know. But taking a pause and saying, you know, I'm just gonna stay low and not necessarily contact that person for a little bit, let them cool about this thing, you know. People that are wrapped up in political arena and stuff. So if something drains you, you notice it, I'm gonna snooze that for a while. Okay, so that's where I'm at. We're doing fists of anger. Don't forget the mental hut. Today I'll be swinging the swords over my head. Careful not to, this is really sharp. Gazing to the third eye, I digress. Powerful breath. Pulsing the fire. Manipura, solar plexus, nerve plexus. Okay, so here we go. Start with a breath. And the arms, women on menstrual cycle doing long deep breath instead, and pregnant women, long deep breath. Remember, thumb is on the inside. Use your whole body. Release the energy of anger. Allow the body to express itself. There is no right way and there's no wrong way. There is simply the experience of expression. Hut, 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 hut. Deep inhale through the O-shaped mouth. Stretch the arms up. Interlace the fingers. Pull the root lock. Pull the energy up, up, up. Inhale again. Squeeze tight, consolidate, be still, be relaxed and tight at the same time. Last one. And bring your arms down. Allow the breath to flow naturally. Just watch it. Feel the space. Feel the breath. And stay in this meditative space, sensing and feeling, allowing. And when you're ready, take a deep inhale and open your eyes. Okay, for our meditation, still processing the self-care thing. Can't quite articulate it yet, so I'm just gonna sit with it. But with the meditation, the idea of balancing my own inner masculine came up yesterday and the day before yesterday, so it was like, whoo, I wasn't thinking about it in several years. So wow, time to revisit. It feels like I'm putting energy back into the things that that used to be important to me, like working with crystals, feeling the energy. Like I have this new appreciation for energy and feeling the energy and understanding the differences between the masculine and the feminine. So like when we do this Kriya, when we lock it all in, the way I see it is my body becoming a shell, and it's very solid and it's very empty, but the energy that feels through my body is very fluid and very relaxed, and it's moving. So it's like the masculine and the feminine. How do I balance those energies within my body? And so when I teach Kundalini Yoga classes specifically for women, we look at the feminine as a, explain it as in a way that within us, within our psyche, within our lifespan, we have an inner child, like a toddler maybe, and then we have a young child and a teenager, and each one symbolizes its own thing. The inner child is seeking unconditional love and safety. There's almost associated with the like a root chakra, safety. And then like a teenager is all about being free to express, rebelling, and being your own protester and negotiator, and allowing that expression to come and feel safe to do that. And then we have like a woman within us, and then queen or goddess, however you want to look, like that divine part of ourselves. And then the same thing goes for men, for the masculine. What I have been neglecting since my conscious communication class and authentic relations class, that attention to the masculine side of me. I always had a strong masculine presence, and recently the term the wounded masculine, well, look at your own wounded masculine. I was like, what? I don't have a wounded masculine. But then it's like, or do I? Like what? Like, oh, what does it feel like? What does it mean? So this is kind of what I'm sitting with, and now I'm just noticing it. Like I'm seeing the energy as how it could flow. Energy is energy. It doesn't have gender. It doesn't have any that. But like I'm on the mission to work more with energy and understand energy, and understand the energy in nature. So that's kind of like my quest. But that's duality or polarity, however you want to call it, of masculine and feminine, and learning how to bring those two into balance, because that's ultimately what is the Kundalini, that potential, the merger of the two into that bliss, nirvana or whatever. So meditation time, gazing here, remember the breath, focus on the breath, inhaling 5 counts, exhaling 5 counts, suspending for 15, but not making it so rigid and just counting, but just really being in a flow with the breath. Remember, you meditating, so that's already a conscious breath. Conscious breath. Just direct your thoughts, or just watch your thoughts, or be in a space and allow. Just observe. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale. And begin. Please finish out your cycle. And when you're ready, take a deep inhale. Suspend the breath, engage the root lock. And exhale. Inhale, stretch the arms up, root lock. One more time, deep inhale. Engage, root lock, shake the arms. Exhale. And stay in a meditative space. Let's take a deep inhale, float your hands into the prayer mudra, and exhale. And let's seal the practice with one long Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Happy Friday. Happy day 47. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. I've got a lot to journal. Love to you all.